In this month's series, we had gone through the evolution of building leadership competencies and skills that enable us to achieve self-actualization of emotional intelligence quotient that is high and exemplary of an inspirational leader. These are skills that require practice and maintenance in order to avoid regression. I'd previously gone through the concept of communication and how it is a science based on psychology. However, it is also a fine art that requires finesse and understanding of people around us. This is why the concept of personality styles and understanding different people's personality compared to ours is very critical to success. When we try to navigate anything in life, it's important to understand our environment, our surroundings, and the people in it. This allows us to maneuver the ins and outs of different personality styles that might behave and think differently. This journey goes through multiple stages, which means that it's going to take a very long time. The sooner you start practicing these skills, the better. It may take long years. It all depends on your commitment to this journey to achieve this self-actualization of high emotional intelligence quotient, or EQ. Basic effective communication skills are the foundation to growing that stage-by-stage evolution towards high emotional intelligence quotient. Once we've established basic effective communication skills, we move on to interpersonal skills, which are a bit more nuanced with a lot more minutiae to maneuver. People management is very dry when we look at it from a supervising angle, meaning the day-to-day management of activities through people, through their responsibilities, through their strengths. However, once we're able to evolve from basic people management to people leadership, that takes us a whole notch above. This means that we're able to inspire others to get things done rather than instruct them. Beyond inspirational leadership comes influence. This means that you're able to inspire not just the people who work in your realm, but rather beyond that. The people who have reached that rung in the ladder are always keeping in mind the benefits towards the other party, never thinking selfishly towards achieving outcomes that impact them alone. This is where we inch closer and closer towards emotional intelligence actualization. Crystallizing these fine differences is key. Once more, we have the basic concept of communication, followed by utilizing communication to build these bonds with people through interpersonal skills, moving on to understanding the instructional level of people management, which takes us into the inspirational level through leadership. Once leadership skills are built, we're able to evolve further into people influence, which takes us into a much larger audience, and the jump from influence to achieving emotional intelligence is a very short one. Understanding different personality styles is critical to enable us to navigate this complex world. When we better understand people who are, say, the polar opposite personality style, this allows us a brand new perspective into how we envision life. We may end up learning a great deal from somebody who behaves and thinks very differently from us. And that is the best partnership to achieve in order to get things done creatively and successfully. The outcome from a partnership between two people who are the total polar opposite personalities is greatly impressive. Just think about how your skills that are covering the gaps of the opposite personality's skills are going to combine together to create a superhuman. It's a great thing to learn new skills, but we always need to be very careful. If we stray too far from our innate personalities, that might end up being a lot of hard work, which might be not as fruitful as if we had invested in a skill that we're very innately strong with. Talent is one thing, skill is another. Combining the two results in gargantuan level success. Every single rung of the ladder takes us one step closer to achieving that pinnacle of emotional intelligence. But that doesn't mean that's the end of the journey. Achieving high emotional intelligence quotient takes a lot of practice. It takes a lot of hard work on the day-to-day basis. Once you've achieved that pinnacle, your mindset becomes opened up into a brand new world. Once you've achieved that skill, I invite you to review past experiences from a brand new perspective. You may learn a thing or two from your own experiences, looking at them from a different lens. There certainly isn't an exhaustive list that one must achieve in order to achieve high emotional intelligence and leadership skills. There's a plethora of skills that you need to build into your professional toolkit. And I'll be going through a lot of those different skills in the next few weeks. From the different complex communication styles, including public speaking or negotiating, to the ability to upskill yourself, like financial literacy or decision making. The basic skills that any adult needs to learn, like organization or productivity. We'll be going through all of these in the next few weeks towards the end of the year to better equip ourselves into successful life. These are all lessons that we can certainly apply in our personal life when we're managing our day-to-day relationships. I definitely invite you to read the book by Daniel Goleman, Emotional Intelligence, if you haven't already. It's a great read and a very important book to learn as a professional. Nobody's born with a high emotional intelligence quotient. It takes a lot of hard work, some talent for sure, but absolutely anybody can achieve that if you just put your mind to it. So let's collectively do that together and continue maintaining everlasting evolution to become a better version of ourselves.